Women are finding out that men actually watch and listen, that men are paying attention, that men are not just going to date you because they find you attractive anymore. You have to have qualities. You can't be no sugar baby. You can't be out here dealing with men like Diddy and being unapologetic about it, saying that you like golden showers, but then immediately taking it back when you realize that the jig is up.
Diddy is feeling the repercussions, as we have been talking about ever since Cassie filed the lawsuit.
Oh my God, I would have lost it.
No, see, listen,
Girl, the streets are saying Diddy is shaking chilly. Young Mami is spilling all the tea on him, and it's about to get messy up in here. Social media is blowing up with the buzz around these explosive revelations, TMZ shade rooms. Everybody's talking about it. Young Mami isn't holding anything back. She's coming with the receipts and ready to expose Diddy's secrets. This scandal is about to be juicier than a Georgia peach in July. Diddy's team is scrambling to do damage control, but there might be a delay in this video. We will break down everything Young Mami is saying, and trust me, it's some shocking stuff. Celebrity drama doesn't get any better than this. You all are going to be sipping this tea for days. Let's get into it. So what exactly pushed Young Mami over the edge to start speaking out on Diddy like this? Well, sources say there's been tension brewing between the two for a minute now. Chill's word on the street is Diddy has been playing games, and Young Mami finally had enough to see their relationship always been a little rocky. 1 minute, they all booted up, and next minute it's drama insider spilling tea that Diddy was only sometimes the most faithful, if you catch my drift. Young Mami tried to look past it, but as a girl, I can only take so much disrespect you feel about me. Plus rumors swirling that money was becoming an issue too. Diddy's pockets are deep, but you know how stingy these rich men can get. Young Mami wasn't about to be out here looking crazy while Diddy was flaunting his cash. No baby, she said it was time to secure the bag by any means. And let's keep it real. Clout is a hell of a drug. Once Young Mami realized she could get the people talking by putting Diddy on blast, it was a wrap. She saw an opportunity to boost her fame and couldn't resist. She can't knock the hustle.
I believe what he paid for.
What do you mean by what he paid for? Oh, you mean the 30? Okay, you talking about the settlement that happened the next day.
Right.
So everything that was in the lawsuit.
I don't know all the things that were said, but you're not gonna pay for nothing that you didn't do. So whatever he paid for in that lawsuit, I believe.
You know, in the paperwork, it says that he was addicted to painkillers and ecstasy. Have you ever seen anything like that, or when you were around him?
I knew he was addicted to painkillers, because after that that incident with Kim, he used to have this little white guy he used to meet, or he would have the drivers go get the pills that he was addicted to from this little white guy who was selling him them opioids.
Why do you think it took so long for people to come out and say something?
Like I said before, I don't think it took so long. It took somebody with celebrity status who had a legal team that was willing to go to war for her in order to get some justice for her in a compensation matter in a civil suit. I believe there is a lot of guys, a lot of people in that industry that have done things, and people can't get lawyers to go to bat for them.
Yeah, there's been a long list of other celebrities since this happened that it came out, and a lot of other celebrities started to get sued. What do you think about that list? And, is there anything there that you've heard about?
Well, I've heard about a couple of things, but you got to realize is that it's what they can prove. Like with this Weinstein thing. Weinstein. Just take Jimmy Iovine for example. Jimmy Iovine got a lawsuit, but you don't see it on the news. Why? Why you don't see it on the news? People have been coming out saying things that he said that he did to them, but because his publicists and the people at that be is not allowing that to go down on him. Puff did some things to some powerful people that they're calling in their friends and everything, and everybody's taking their hands off of him. So now he's no longer the altar boy, and he's not in their club anymore. Did you hear him on Jimmy Kimmel? He said, yo, I thought we was friends. Jimmy Kimmel knew he wasn't supposed to ask Puff anything about me, but he's not part of the boys club anymore.
You know, this right here is going to ruin him, man. It's going to ruin his legacy, everything that he worked for.
No, he ruined his legacy, brother. People is trying to say like, yo, y'all going after a black man, y'all trying to tear a black man down. No, it's a big difference from a nigga and a black man. He was doing shit to people that he never thought that it would come back at him. Now, if he never did anything to those girls, if those girls was lying, then he would have never settled out. It was a girl that came out, Cam, 2.5 years before Cassie came out, and went on a major platform and told him how he was kicking her, beating her, and made her get rid of 2 kids.
But here's the real gag. This scandal was a long time coming. Young Mami has been holding on to some significant dirt on Diddy, just waiting for the right moment. Chilly. You know it's about to be a mess when receipts start getting pulled out. She isn't exposing him for no reason. Sis got a master plan. In truth too. All the shady business, the broken promises, the secrets, young Mami remembered it all. And baby hell hath no fury like a woman's scorn. Diddy might have thought he was untouchable, but young Mami is about to humble him. The streets are shaking. Honey, this drama is just starting, and the tea is piping hot. Speaking of how Diddy is handling all this heat, that man has to be sweating bullets right about now. Grab your cups, girls, because we are about to sip on that next. In truth 3.
I told this story. They had gave a party on New Year's Eve at Madam C.J. Walker's house, right, in her mansion. And I had my girl, her friend, and it was a big party, New Year's Eve party. I went looking for my girl, and I couldn't find her nowhere. It was crazy. And I'm going in bathrooms, I'm knocking down doors, I'm going through every door in the house, opening doors, people in there, in situations, drinking, the whole 9 yards. I even go outside, it's cold. I'm looking at people's cars, I'm looking at cars and everything like that. Then I finally just go to my car, and she was in there asleep with her girlfriend. You understand? I was wondering what happened. And she said that she was drinking champagne and all of a sudden she got dizzy. So she went to the car. She made it to the car. So I knew those people who was at that party, somebody had the champagne or the orange juice or something. Cause my girl was in the car asleep. Her and her girlfriend, knocked out. And they hadn't been at the party for an hour or 2. So it's a possibility that happens a lot, that happen to people.
You know, everything that's happened and came out and all these allegations, you know, where do you see things going from here with Puff? Do you think he's ever going to be able to recover? Do you think he's going to ever get the trust of people again? You know, a lot of people still don't believe it. A lot of people are still like, you know, riding with Puff at this time.
Well, that's okay. And I believe that he may have an opportunity once he gets off the drugs, once he cleans himself up, he may have something to offer. But until he decides that he's not going to be an addict no more and addicted to the lifestyle that he is and he was used to, ain't no insurance company, ain't no company, or nobody gonna ever deal with him. Because now he's a liability.
One thing I've seen a lot of people say was they want to hear from Young Miami.
She's standing by her man. That's what she said, right? I'm standing by my man.
Did she say that? I must have missed it.
Yeah, I think she said that when they was over in London, that she's standing by her man.
That's crazy. I mean, you know, he might not be treating her like that.
I don't know. It's different when a lady says she like to be on and she dealing with somebody. That came out her mouth.
Right, I remember.
So you ain't gonna give her what she like?
So she might be actually into all this stuff. Or not, you know, not all of it, but some of the stuff that
May not bother her.
It might not bother her, and she might actually like it.
She can go get her Birkin bag the next day.
So to kind of take it back a little bit before we get out of here, you know, the night the Big passes away, Mason recently came out and said that there was a bunch of bloods outside of his hallway at the hotel. Is there anything to that, or did you say anything like that?
Well, when I got there, it was a few people there that could have been bloods. They had red on and stuff like that, but it wasn't no 70 dudes when I got there. What Mace saw, I don't know what he saw, but it's 2 occasions I went and got Mace. One time he was in the, I think the Century Club in Cali. During that time, I got him out the Century Club. And then early that morning, when Puff had got on a plane and left Mace, we went and got him and let him, me, some dudes from Black Hands, we went and got Mace. Mace came down, went to his car, and he got up out of there.
Do you know who was in there or what was going on, or?
Bruh, when I was traveling with Black Hands, that's the Black Gorilla family. And Black Hands, when I was traveling with those dudes and rocking with them, they ain't worrying about nobody. We wasn't worrying about nobody. I went to Mace's room, got Mace. Mace came out, got in his car and left. You know, if it was 70 bloods at one time there, it's a possibility. You understand? It's a possibility. There was a few guys that was dressed in red that you know, my man them knew, a couple of my dudes knew them. And they were bloods. So, I can't deny what he say he saw or what he did, but when we got there, it wasn't nobody like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
And if you scared, 7 could look like 70.
So you think Mace might have just been scared? I mean, after, you know, Big did just get killed.
You had every right to be. Big just got killed. The guy who got you out there and everything jumps on the first plane smoking and leave you out there, you would feel some kind of way too.
Chill Diddy has been shaken since Young Mami started spilling that scalding hot tea. Diddy has been moving like a man on fire. Sources say he's in full-blown panic mode, pacing back and forth and biting his nails down to the quick. You can practically see the sweat dripping off his forehead. Now, why did he so press? Because he knows that Young Mami got the receipts that could torpedo his whole empire. See, Did's image is everything to him. He spent decades crafting this persona of the Svi untouchable mogul, but baby Young Mami is about to snatch that illusion right from under him. Diddy's been scrambling to do damage control. Still, it's like trying to put out a forest fire with a squirt gun. His PR team working overtime, releasing statements left and right, trying to spin this mess in his favor. But the more they talk, the more Diddy looks shaken. Insiders whispering that Diddy's been blowing up Young Mami's phone, begging her to keep quiet. He's throwing out promises, trying to cut deals, anything to keep her from spilling more dirt.
You know, a black man didn't cuss a dead man's mother out. A black man didn't set his friends up and put them in a situation where they couldn't come home to their families no more. A black man didn't reach back and help the people that helped them make it up the ladder. It was Puffy. You know what I'm saying? I got tired of Puffy going on different platforms talking about how he loved the people that we was all with, how he loved the people that helped him, when in fact, none of that stuff was true. So my whole thing about it is, man, I appreciate your platform for letting me, voice my opinion. And like I said, opinions like an asshole. Some of these cats out here get paid for their asshole. I get paid to give my opinion.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I mean, yeah, you just on here giving your opinion, man. I mean, you was one of the people that was real close to the situation, so why not?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So with that being said, right, the last interview me and you did was a day after the raid. And when you look at everything now, man, how you feel about everything? It's been like a week, you knowing Diddy, you being around Diddy. Could you ever imagine that his houses would get raided for sex trafficking?
Bruh, you can't imagine no stuff like that. You understand? You can't think that, because back then, he wasn't Brother Love. He was Puffy. All the way up until he became Diddy. So his behavior over the years has changed. And the behavior that he shows now, and that he has shown by being Brother Love, I couldn't imagine that the police would be raiding him for sex trafficking? Nah, bruh. I couldn't imagine that. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't him back then. He's a totally different person that he became. If you've seen him on other platforms, inviting men to party with him, inviting men to go shopping with him. You understand? That wasn't Puffy. That wasn't Diddy. That was Brother Love and Love.
How you feel about all the people that's wondering why haven't any of Diddy big name friends came out to defend him?
Because either two things that I believe. Either they know some of the stuff is true, either they took part in some of the stuff that happened, or they scared that it may mess up their brand. See, nobody wants to be in contact with anybody that allegedly was sex trafficking. You see what the WWF did to Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon was one of those people that was called for sex trafficking. We don't hear a lot about it because he gave up the company, he did what he was supposed to do, and he became Ghost. But now you see they trying to do the same thing to Puffy. They trying to make him or hip hop the face of sex trafficking, like they was going to do the WWF at one time. Because that was a big story. So a lot of his people that know him, a lot of the people that been in those parties and seen probably some unscrupulous shit that went down and was like, ooh, I was there. I hope they don't got me on tape. They feeling a certain way. So they're not going to speak on nothing until they've been approached with something. You got to realize when Homeland Security get their evidence together, they're going to send agents out. You understand? They might send an agent out.
But young Mami isn't budging. She knows she got Diddy right where she wants him, and the fallout chill out. It could be catastrophic. Diddy's got deals and endorsements on the line, not to mention his reputation. Industry experts say this scandal could cost him millions, even billions. And that's just the financial hit. The damage to his street credit was immeasurable. Intro 4. Ain't going down without a fight. He's a master manipulator, and he's got tricks up his sleeve. Don't be surprised if he tries to flip the script. Paint young Mami as the villain. It's a classic move, but will it work? Only time will tell.
Yo, what do you know? What have you heard? What have you seen? What's been going on? You know what I'm saying? Did this happen when you was around him? Did this happen back in the day? That's what they're going to want to know. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to send investigators out. They're going to send people out for anybody that they can get some information from to help their case. So those celebrities ain't gonna say nothing. You know, you got your man Stevie J speaking on it right now. He'll be one of the first dudes that they'll probably pull to the side and say, yo, well, you say that your man, I heard you on TMZ say that he never did this and he never did that. But ain't this you? If those pictures or those films or anything like that exists. You know what I'm saying? That's what they pay those agents to do. So, of course, I don't believe that none of the people who are his celebrity friends is going to speak or say nothing until they're either contacted or they know what they really got.
So you feel like they might be worried that they might be on tape at one of Diddy parties doing something they wasn't supposed to be doing?
I think that the celebrities that may be worried is because what Lil Rob said. Lil Rob said in his affidavit that Diddy had every room taped and bugged. Diddy had, yo, bro, can you imagine he had every room taped and bugged, and they found little bugs or little tape recorders, little those micro projectors or whatever like that, or video cameras. They found them in the house, bro. So by them having those things in the house, and people know there's drugs, there's alcohol, there's loose women, there's loose men, woman on woman, man on man, all kind of crazy shit. Bruh, they just wondering who or when they're gonna let this stuff be known. If it's on videotape.
Yeah, man. I know they got to be shook, man, after finding out he was recording everything.
But not only celebrities, I don't think it's only celebrities gonna be shook. He had politicians in there. He had princes in there. He also had a couple of preachers in there. Hallelujah. That's crazy.
You personally, you think they got tapes?
Well, my personal opinion that if Lil Rob could be trusted and his statements are true, they got him. They got tapes and stuff.
Yeah, we're going to see, man. We're going to see what they got. But speaking of the raid, right, did you see that viral video of Diddy he was seen in Miami with Stevie J after the raid? You seen that video?
Yeah, I seen it.
What you think about that?
Well, I go way back when Stevie J first came to Bad Boy after they left Uptown Records and everything like that. And Stevie J and Puff fell out real bad over, it could have been producer credits and the whole 9 yards.